What's up, girls? I just read The Devil by Leo Tolstoy. It is one of 4 novellas that he has in this collection by Wordsworth Classics, including The Death of Ivan Ilyich, Cruiser Sonata, Family Happiness, and The Devil. This novella was published posthumously in 1889 after Tolstoy passed away, and it deals entirely with lust. And I kind of get the sense that it seems pretty autobiographical, and that Tolstoy was maybe even ashamed to write about his experience with lust. It's about a nobleman named Eugene who is basically paying his one of the land keepers on his estate to arrange a peasant woman to sleep with him, and he was paying them both. And then when he finally gets married, well, first of all, I guess he rationalizes it as important for his health, and then when he finally gets married, he stops seeing the peasant woman, and he sees her again after some period of time and is kind of tormented in his mind. He has a very extreme desire for her. The short story starts by quoting the Gospel according to Matthew, Matthew 28-30, I believe, which is the section where it's saying, if your eye leads you astray to lust after a woman, cast out your eye. Better that the rest of your body makes it into the kingdom of heaven. So, yeah, it's definitely a little moralistic novella. It's interesting. I've been a lot more tuned into prose lately. They call Tolstoy the great sociologist, and I've seen that he's very sparing with any kind of purple prose, any kind of metaphor or simile. He's really just trying to capture the authentic experience of, what someone in this situation in real life would be. And maybe he was even in this situation himself, because, he was a nobleman, he was married. The diaries of his wife are quite famous and are talked about in The Second Sex, that she kind of was a big part of his writing and wasn't given due credit, and that it seemed like in her diaries she maybe even regretted marrying him. Yeah, all of his novellas, everything I've read by him are very gripping. He has a very inherent plot architecture that just seems so natural. I've read The Death of Ivan Ilyich and Anna Karenina, and also some of his short stories, which are in A Swim in the Pond in the Rain by George Saunders. Highly recommend that book. It's a really great, to study short stories, to see how important and specific each word or moment, in prose is. And George Saunders is really great. And the Audible version of that has some really cool readings by famous actors. I know Nick Offerman's one of them, off the top of my head. Another interesting thing about this novella is, because it's posthumous, it seems that he had 2 different endings. And the Wordsworth Classic edition that I read includes both of them. So one of them is he suddenly decides he has to either kill his wife or kill his mistress, and then when he gets the gun out, it dawns on him that he could kill himself, and he does, and no one ever really knows the reason why. And then the alternate ending that they then published after was that he goes through with killing his mistress and goes to jail and wants to go to jail. But yeah, That's the Devil by Tolstoy. He's amazing. I'm like really thoroughly satisfied every time I read anything by him, and I'm gearing up to read War and Peace at some point in the near future, but I don't really want to undertake, a 1,200-page book right now. So playing around with reading some more of his novellas and short stories. So, yep. Thanks for watching.